Good morning and welcome to another edition of Research Fantasy presents our MLB DFS pitcher picks for Tuesday, August 1st, 2017. That's right, we have crossed into a new month, just 5 left. Hard to believe, halfway through the year, more than halfway through the year already, but I digress. That's not what we're here to talk about. We are here to talk about 3 of my favorite pitching options, or at least 3 pitching options I'm considering tonight. Let's get started with someone who will undoubtedly be controversial tonight, and that is Ricky Nolasco, 12K on Fantasy Draft, 7K FanDuel, 6K on DraftKings. So let's check our boxes. What do we look for in our pitchers? We want them to be safe. We want them to be able to have a high strikeout rate. We want them to be in a position where they're not absolutely terrible. Thus far, Ricky Nolasco checks off 0 of 3 boxes. He is not safe, he does not have a huge strikeout upside, and by no means is he unhittable. In fact, he's very hittable, especially by right-handed pitching. But this is the Phillies. I mean, they've looked pretty bad on a whole. You know they struggle against right-handed pitching. We've seen guys like Mike Pelfrey go out there and have top-tier games to the point where that wins someone a tournament for that night. And while I'm not suggesting you go out there and go overweight on Nolasco, due to the matchup, I think that there's a potential that you can play a couple of lineups of him. If nothing else, he's going to allow you to have a differentiation strategy in terms of your lineup construction, and that can be just as important in tournaments in all of daily fantasy sports. I don't love it. I'm not sitting here advocating that this is the spot that Nolasco is really going to go off in. He may not even go off even if he does well. He might just be decent enough. But the idea here is to try to gain an edge on the field somewhere. And I'm pretty confident that not too many people are going to be looking at Ricky Nolasco despite the matchup tonight. Moving on from there, somebody that I've absolutely gushed about all year doing these videos, that's Aaron Nola, 17-6 fantasy draft, 9,400 FanDuel, 9,100 DraftKings. As long as this guy's going to be priced under 10K, he's a lock for my lineups. He's been one of the best pitchers in baseball since coming off of his injury. And yeah, he gets the Angels tonight, and we'll hear all of the typical arguments. Angels don't strike out much. Mike Trout. But the reality of the situation is, behind Mike Trout, what is there? Also, another fascinating thing about baseball is the team doesn't carry that strikeout rate every single night. We'll see low strikeout teams get knocked for double-digit strikeouts a couple of times a year. Now, Nola isn't the high strikeout wizard like we would expect out of maybe a Sale or a Scherzer, but his skill set is definitely trending upward, and he hasn't been around the league that much to where teams really know him yet, and that does give him an advantage over the hitter. So I love Aaron Nola at this price tonight. Finally, I mentioned him kind of once already, but let's rock Max Scherzer, 25-5 FanDuel, 11-5, 25-5 fantasy draft, 11-5 FanDuel, 13-2 DraftKings. It's a tough, it's tough up top to figure out exactly what route we want to go. Got a lot of good options. I'm going to go with Scherzer. I'm pretty sure that someone in the Miami uniform will take him deep tonight because that is part of his game. He's a high strikeout, but he's going to give up a couple of, maybe not a couple, but a bomb here, maybe a bomb there. So that's the idea of playing Scherzer and Stanton in a lineup together, it's going to cost a lot, but you're going to have a lineup construction that not too many other people will, and there's a good chance that Scherzer's going to give up a run some way or another, and it's likely to go over the fence. But still, I like them. The Marlins, yeah, they're a good enough baseball team. I personally would, even after yesterday, I'd personally rather take a pitcher against them than against the Indians, so I'll side with Scherzer over Sale. That'll wrap things up today. Tournament options include Ricky Nolasco, Aaron Nola, Max Scherzer. Thanks for watching. Make sure to subscribe to our YouTube channel below. Head over to researchfantasy.com, see what we've got going on there. Like us on Facebook, follow us on Twitter at Research and Win, and join us again tomorrow.